Good evening, and welcome to a new edition of Urban Sentinel Live. I'm your host, Reggie Kearney. I want to welcome all my viewers here on this Monday evening to another great show. Tonight, all the way from Motown, that's Detroit, Michigan. I've
That's
got
right.
Amika Adams,
The
a
first.
the first. Amika Adams, the first.
That's right.
And for you all that don't know, Amika is an inventor, okay? And she's doing her own thing out there in the world now, getting them trademarks, copyrights, whatever you got to do to make it happen. She's doing it. Now, I met Amika a while back doing an article for a magazine, for my magazine, Urban Sentinel. And her name was given to me because, just to talk to her and do an article on her. Called her up, talked to her. Hey, the rest is history. We did an article on her. She's got a great, great story. And so we want to take the next, 30 minutes or so to talk to Amika and learn who Amika Adams, the first, is. So, good evening, Amika. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Reggie. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah. No problem. I thought it was a good opportunity, to sit down with you. Let me see. This is the third show. So you're the third person to be on this new show, Urban Sentinel Live. So as we get started on your journey, take a few minutes to tell us about your journey, okay?
So
before the inventions. Tell me about
yes,
Amika Adams first before the invention.
before the invention, I basically was going through life, trying to find myself. I was in and out of a long year relationship. I mean, 8 years of relationship on and off, and just trying to find myself, what I liked and my dislikes. And I actually lost myself in the relationship. So I'm an actual artist, born artist, and I'm a graphic designer. I can do computers. I have a degree in both of those. And I just wanted to find out what my actual purpose is in life. And I felt like in that relationship, I was losing myself. So I really wanted to really seek who I am and who God called me to be in this life. What's my purpose, Lord? That's what I was seeking. So that's me before the invention.
Okay. And I like what you're saying because when I first talked to Amika, just doing did a brief telephone call with her just to find out about her and try to find out where we could go with a story about Amika. Her story is what got her into my magazine. Okay. Uh, Actually, her answer was a little longer than what she just gave you because we talked for a few minutes. But so she had a great story, and really, I was really touched by her story and her journey and how she's gotten to where she is now. So, tell me, why did you want to become an inventor? It's a lot of things you could have done. I mean, you could have worked as a graphic artist. You could have just stuck with your arts. But what light bulb went off in your head one morning and said, "Hey, I got something I want to invent and give to the public"?
Okay, so I actually stumbled across it. I wasn't thinking that, hey, let me invent this product. So what happened was when I was going through my divorce, I actually went to ballroom dancing. And when I went to ballroom dancing, I found that women were using these raggedy t-shirt drawstring bags for their nice fancy heels. So I'm like, let me do some sewing because I can sew too. And so I sewed some drawstring bags that were satin on the outside and velvet on the inside. They loved them. So I actually jumped into a program. And for 10 weeks, I interviewed over 82 women. And I found out they really wanted a purse. So then that purse idea of changing it into a purse for heels, it actually the purse itself is not an invention. So I had to figure out a way to create an invention idea. So I created the locking fastener, and I have it right here, which is it connects anything to a strap, or it replaces the buckle. Here it is. or it replaces the swivel hook that you use on an actual purse. I just blinged it out because we women love, shiny things. So I stumbled across being an inventor just like that. So anything that you have an idea of and you seeing that there's a problem and you can solve it, that's what you can patent.
So take me through the process, the whole process of. You've already told us how you came up with the idea. So take us from when you got the idea,
Mm-hmm.
which is step number one. Take us into step number two, and take us through the process because there might be other listeners out here and viewers that might have that inclination to become an inventor. They might have something at home that they feel like would benefit society and benefit the world, but they don't know how to go by about it, how to do it, what steps, who they need to see, who they need to talk to. So I want you to just take us through the process, okay, of getting that item from off the drawing board
Mm-hmm.
into the public's hand.
Okay, great. So I have 7 steps I've created, which is write your idea down. Step number 1, write it down, make it plain, like the Bible says. And basically, when you write it down, something actually happens in the world where that actual thing comes to you by you writing it down. So God, I believe in faith, where writing it down makes it more tangible and real. So you write it down, even draw it if you can, just like they have that, your napkin invention idea, jot your ideas even on a napkin. Second, so do a patent search. In Google patent search, they have where you can put in keywords. So definitely put in those keywords and see if your invention, like mine was a purse for heels. Type in purse and heels. So see what actual other patents come up. And if yours doesn't come up, then that's great. That's a good thing. That means that your invention may not be out there. So you also want to have an attorney to actually do the patent search for you too. Third, you want to prototype help is what I got here. So you can actually make your own prototype. So this prototype I have here is from 3D printing. So this is that 3D printing plastic. So I got a 17-year-old to do that for me. So you can put anything together with tape, bobby pins, staples, anything that you can make for your invention. Just go ahead and put it together just to have it and to see if it really functions. 4, I would say filing patent help. So get filing patent help. That's why I would say come to me because then I can show you a process that I take to actually go through the filing patent process where it's easy and you won't even have to be stressed out about the process. You'll get help. Then 5 is jump into a program just like I did. I jumped into an invention program that actually pushed me to the next level, gave me actual resources via email or during the time we were there together. You will have other networking people that are in other jobs, or they will introduce you to, let's see, attorneys and patent attorneys and people that can help you along the way through your business. Also, by jumping into a program, I actually signed up for the Inventors Association group of Metropolitan of Detroit. So any association in your area. Then 6 is get a freelancer to do your digital media, your videos, or your graphics, or it's called a .stl file. So you can have it as a 2D and a 3D of your product so that you can show the other, the patent, USPTO, show them your idea, or any places that you go so that they can really see what your invention is and you can send it to them. So you definitely want to keep that sacred and have an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, before you send anybody anything. Have them to sign that. Also, I have 7 is marketing help. So like everything I do, I jump into programs because it maximizes your ability to get help, and it also gives you discounts. So definitely you can get that on my payhip.com. Amika Adams the first, you'll get that download for free. So those are the 7 steps to patent your invention at an affordable cost.
Okay. Now, when we talk about cost, how much, if you don't mind telling the listeners and the viewers, how much have
Sure.
you invested into this, your invention thus far?
So I actually won third place, $2,000 in that invention program
Mhm.
just for my idea. Now I got that $2,000, but then I also it only cost me under $900 to patent my invention. When patenting process normally at a minimum is 10,000. So I found ways to make it minimum. So right now I would say I'm only at 5,000 of
Mhm.
putting in my own money in, and from 10,000 to just do one patent to basically only 5,000, but also just getting people to help me along the way, and getting support for my prototype handbag. So just piecing it together and having other people help me, I didn't have to come out of my pocket so much.
Okay, that's a good way. That's a good idea. So lower the cost. The lower the cost. That's a great thing. Now, is it necessary to have a patent attorney, or could you have done this research on your own, or was it just easier to just have somebody to do it for you, attorney to do it?
So the patenting process of filling out the paperwork and having them to check everything, that's why I say I have a process that is basically my secret sauce to help you to not have to worry about all that. If you have all of the when you go into a program, you document everything about your product and do the research. You can just take that to the place that I have as my secret sauce. Basically, then they will do the rest of the work and you won't have that headache. So I would say write down everything that you know about your invention, and then you can definitely go ahead and send it to the place that I have. But you can do it on your own, and you can actually call USPTO right now. That's fine. But also, I would just suggest that you get some help along the way. So that's why Inventors Association is a great place to actually be a part of their group,
Mm,
because they'll help you.
good, good, good. So, would the same process be used by the backyard grill masters that make their own barbecue sauce and hot sauce and things of that nature when it comes to bottling their creations?
Yes. So you can patent your, even sometimes scents, you can patent recipes. You definitely can patent those things. So it's important to do that research. Also, I was going to say to make sure that you definitely get a mentor, someone to help you through the process along the way so you won't feel like you're alone. But yes, you can.
Okay. Who's been some of your mentors out in the Detroit area?
Well, like I said, there's Dontesia Seymour. She's actually a great inventor, and she helps other inventors. Other mentors were along the way were basically people in the program, Lawrence Tech University program. They were a great help to me. Once I won third place, they were encouraging me to if I needed some resources to reach out to them. So I've just gained a lot of respect and help from all of the resources. I just take advantage of networking with everyone who's a leader. So if you're a top in something, I would recommend that you actually reach out to the top leaders in what you want to do in business or being an inventor for
Oh,
them to help you.
okay, you motivating me. I might have to go ahead and find something to invent, something to put out there.
Come on, I got you.
You got me. Okay, thank you. Now look, tell me about the production process. Okay, you've designed, you've got it, on paper. You got a graphic done of it. You know what you want to do. You're taking the time, staying up late at night to sew it together or whatever, but you put it together. You got your prototype. Now you have to find a manufacturer to produce your item, your product. So what has that process been like, trying to find a manufacturer that's going to take on your project to manufacture the items that you have invented?
Okay, so that is such a great question. Everyone's asking that question when I go on all these interviews and lives. So the key thing is to do a search on Google. I have a secret, place that I have, a website that I use for mine, where you can actually go there, look at you have to like join, of course, be a member to get access to all the manufacturers, and you can set up your account and also post your project of your invention. So I posted mine on there, on that manufacturer website, and someone emailed me and stated they would like to help me, and they actually made it for me. It's a father and son shop that it's John Handbags, but it's kind of, I think it's, the website is Ellie Handbags, where Ellie is the owner. And I reached out to them because they emailed me and they were willing to help me, because right now is a great season for manufacturers to help small businesses to keep them in business. So it's a great time, everyone, to go out. If you have an invention idea, the manufacturers are willing to help you.
Good. Now, where are they located? Are they a domestic manufacturer, or they're overseas manufacturer?
They're actually in Pennsylvania. So
Okay.
I'm looking at only in the United States. The resource that I have is actually, I think it's United States, but it might be even overseas too. But you can make your pick and choices once you actually become a member.
Okay. Some good stuff here tonight. For everyone who's listening in tonight and viewing us, we have Amika Adams, the first, who's an inventor out of Detroit, Michigan. We're sitting here talking about tonight her journey as an inventor, and hoping that she will be able to provide some nuggets to individuals who would love to go out and invent something, or have an invention that they want to get produced. Now, have you set up a corporation for your company yet?
I have, well, see, I am Amika Adams, the first. So I have AAI Tribe. I also have Latrenae Collections is the actual handbag name. And I have, it's a big old, like, I'm going to turn it into a enterprise, because I can help women. I really help women become inventors. And I also have this Latrenae Collections for the handbag. And I also have the Cinderella Affect podcast to help the women to find out really when did they realize their worth. So not a corporation, it's actually an enterprise.
Enterprise, excuse me. Miss Adams the first, okay? Excuse me, okay? Now, so we've talked about the corporation and everything, and let me ask you this question here. I'm just thinking, making sure I've covered every base. Well, I know one question I want to ask you. How did you come up with the first at the end of your name?
Oh my goodness. Okay, you want the real truth?
Yeah, I want the real truth.
Okay, so I was the second wife of my ex, and so I figured, in order to distinguish Mrs. Adams from Mrs. Adams, I wanted to be the first, because I was the only, the current wife at the time. So I wanted to make sure that I was the first.
Okay, that's a good way to do it.
But it's a second part to that. When I was young, I felt like I was always last in
Mhm.
anything. So I actually put that on there to build my self-esteem because I know that the word of God says that I am the first and not the last.
Mhm.
So boom, it's two folds on that.
Okay. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Now, do you have any more inventions in mind? Do you have anything else on the drawing board at this time?
Yes, my I actually well, basically, I have four that I'm really gonna patent, and then I'm helping other women patent things. But yeah, the Lord has me to that I'm going to patent four. I just applied um for my second one. So yes, I mean it's gone. When you actually patent your first invention, you end up knowing the process, and it's like a bug, and you end up like patenting more and more inventions.
Mhm.
It's fun.
Okay, and it's a good thing. I'm loving it. You're giving glory to God. You're leaning on Him for your understanding and trusting in Him as you take this journey. Um, what I can't even invent nothing. I can't even make a glass of cold water by just turning on the faucet. Okay, but what
Yeah.
has motivated you? How do you come up with the ideas? We talked about how you came up with the idea for the bag for the shoe bag, but how have you? What hit you? What light bulb went off in your mind that made you come up with four more inventions?
Okay. So here's the thing. We all have the ability to be inventors because remember, like think about, okay, so say you have a cup and you're like, well, back in the day they had cups that had no handle. So you're like, I'm tired of holding my cups like this. I'm
Mhm.
gonna make something that will help me to hold the cup. So that's where you're an inventor at that point. You're solving problems. So anytime you're going through your daily life and you're figuring out, man, I'm cooking and I can't, do what I want to do to flip over these eggs or pancakes. So anything like that, you're like, I can create. Or what about if they had a better handle? And so your mind starts to work. So we're all inventors if you really think about it. I just went through the process. That's all.
Okay, okay. Talk to me about distribution of your product. How will you get it to market?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I am actually getting help always through my association for resources on that. I want to reach out to other boutiques is that really want to support and believe in my invention. I have two already, and I'm excited about working with them. And once I'm getting into a program that will help me to get finance. And so I'm doing research right now to get all of the paperwork and the details to put it all in one package. And through Lawrence Tech University's program, they're going to help me to get the funding to get the boutiques to put it in their actual boutique store.
Well, you can use your resources too, as far as the
Mhm.
people because I haven't done this story yet. I have a businesswoman here in this area in the DMV. And for you all
Okay.
don't know what the DMV is, that's Washington D.C., Maryland, Virginia. She owns a shoe store. Okay, and
Okay.
I might be able to hook you all up. Once you get things rolling and get it into production, hook you up and y'all work it out.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and that's one thing. That's one thing I want to do with this show: be able to help other entrepreneurs, or to uh, connect them.
Yeah.
In our community, the African American community, we have to be looking out for each other.
Yes.
Supporting each other and helping each other climb that ladder. Don't try to go up the ladder by yourself. If you do, you're on that ladder. Pull somebody else up with you. So definitely, when you get things rolling, I have a connect in this area that hey, I'm gonna set y'all up. Y'all work it out, okay?
All
I
right.
just
Thank you so
I
much.
just send you my request for my commission. Hey, okay.
All right, I got you.
Okay. But yeah, so a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. And I'm really happy for you. Really thrilled, to be talking to an inventor tonight, somebody who's able to take their ideas, put it on paper and make it happen, and that's a good thing, So, how often are you speaking to other women and other groups about what you're doing?
Right now, it's like every 2 weeks, I'm like getting interviews. So I'm just reaching out to people saying I want to help women to invent, or I can talk about inventing. So I'm just jumping out there, and anybody that wants to basically have me to come on their show and tell you basically the 7 steps again, I would greatly appreciate it. And hey, I have been doing I think about 3 so far. So
Mhm.
every couple of weeks I've been getting on the show. So
That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay. Now, I heard you wanted to do a giveaway tonight.
yes. So anyone that actually hashtag invent that, I will actually give them this awesome fluorescent clear. uh, you know how us women we all love these makeup bags. So I have some anti-aging minimized 3D night cream. This is from Mary Kay, so this is the real deal. Then I wanted to give away, people love these ladies are loving the makeup. So these are the brushes. I got some earrings that's almost like mine, the long ones that everybody are wearing for their lives. And I want to give away some lip gloss that does not come off for 24 hours. So you women are going to love this. So that's what I want to give away. If the first person who actually hashtag invent that, I will give this away and mail this to them. And thank them for actually being on the show today.
Okay. So, who are they going to hashtag you?
No, hashtag in here, in the group here on the show. They
Okay.
hashtag the first person.
So you all have heard that. If you want to win the prize tonight that Amika's giving out, the first person that I see pop up on the screen with a hashtag. What is the hashtag again?
Invent that.
Oh yeah,
It's on the screen.
person saying hashtag invent that. You got a prize coming to you. Where it at? Okay, Yvonne Bottom Fields.
That's my cousin.
Okay, come on now, y'all done playing this, okay?
No, cousin, you can't do that. I need to give it away to somebody else. I'll give you something else.
No, hey, we said the first one. She was the first one.
All right, I'll do it. I'll give this to you. Woo! Thank you, cousin, for your support.
Yeah. Now, have you found out there in the Detroit area and through your travels, are there a lot of women of color that you know, becoming inventors, coming up with ideas?
So the women are reaching out to me. Yes. I've gotten some people that called me along the way, or I've talking to when I was doing my research, other women are saying, I got a friend that actually has an idea and I want her to talk to you. Because most women, I'm realizing that are African American are not really feeling like they have the money, and that's where I can show them the resources to actually have find ways of how to patent your invention affordable. So there's something out there that God is giving me the process or the blueprint per se. Yes, they're reaching out to me, and I just need them to come to AAI Tribe, the Facebook group I have, and also they can reach me at AmikaAdamsTheFirst.com and go ahead and subscribe so you can get into the membership of the library for resources. I have the resources so you can patent at an affordable cost. So yes, they have reached out to me. I just need to get more. I'm trying to get more to help them.
Well, that's good. That's good. One thing I want to leave with the listeners and the viewers tonight. As you know, we're facing some tough times in this country and around the world at this time, especially with this pandemic. And what has happened with the pandemic, a lot of people have either lost their jobs or been downsized. my friends, if you are an inventor, you have an idea, or you have a business plan, now's a time to pivot and do your thing. Okay,
Yes.
that is a time. Don't let money, slow you down, because there are ways to get the financing that you need. This is a good time to pivot, to find something that you really love, that you want to do, and do it. Just do it, And my hat, I take my hat off to Amika tonight, because she found her gift, her calling, her stride, and she's doing her thing there. So everyone out there, you can become Amika Adams the first. Go for it. So Amika, how can people get in contact with you?
All right, you can email me at I am Amika the first at gmail.com, or you can go to Amika Adams the first.com and subscribe, or you can just go to any of my social media. I am Amika the first.
I am Amika the first. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Tony, where you at, Tony? Tony's my producer.
I is here.
Okay, you is here. You back. So what's up, Tony?
Is. Oh my gosh, great information, Ms. Adams. And I'm really hoping that the listeners, because I was doing watch party as we were doing the show as well. But a lot of ladies are in watch party. So I am looking for those ladies to get into this. We're in a time where corporate America might not be our fit. And Miss Amika was telling you how to get this done. So what better way than to build Black American wealth is to start your own. Do something for you, for your people, for our people. So what better way than to take some of this advice from Miss Amika Adams and put it to work. Put it to work. Because I'm sitting here thinking about all levels of how I take this network. We talk about this often, in our production meetings, and we talk, sidebar with, one another. But it's always something that we want to move forward in, and how we go to the next stage and all that. And a lot of what you were saying is some of the things that I can incorporate in the things that I'm doing to take it to the next level.
All right.
So I appreciate that. I truly appreciate that. And I too will be in touch with you.
Okay.
Right.
So if anyone wants to see this lovely face of mine, please come back and visit us tomorrow night and listen to us. My Tuesday night show with Sherry Ann Tapp at Real World News TV, where tomorrow night, our topic, we're going to be discussing the Breonna Taylor situation, okay? The events of this past week are really, I can't use the word I want to use, blankety blank up, okay? Bottom line. And, we got to have some serious discussions about that tomorrow night. And because I'm real disappointed in the judicial system in Kentucky, the AG, everybody involved in it on the law, the side of law, the law enforcement side. I'm kind of bothered right now. So we're going to have a discussion of what's going on here in America and how we can protect ourselves. So you come back tomorrow night to Real World News TV. You can find us on Facebook at Real World News TV. Like us, come on into the show tomorrow night. We're going to have a great show with myself and my co-host Sherry Ann Taffet, and we're going to be discussing some of the current events that are happening here in America at this time. So I do appreciate everyone stopping by tonight for Urban Sentinel Live. The new magazine for October will be out on October the 1st. You can find it on issue.com. Just put a search engine, Urban Sentinel. It's only $5, my folks. $5 for an individual magazine, or you can get a 1-year subscription for $30, and that gives you 6 free magazines.
And
Okay.
gives you life.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're looking, trying to get the news out there. And like I said, that's how I found Amika Adams the first. And we did a good article on her, and here she is. And we're looking for big things from you, Amika. I want to see you on Good Morning America and all them big shows. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just a little show. I'm just a stepping stone for you. Okay.
Thank you.
That's my role. What else is up, Tony?
Not a whole bunch. I'm glad that you mentioned the show for tomorrow night, but you forgot to tell them what time.
Oh yeah, 8:30 ET time, 7:30 Central Time, 6:30 Pacific Time.
No, it's okay. Let me do it. I'm
Mountain Time and 5:30 Pacific Time. Okay. We got to make sure we include our brothers and sisters from California and Denver and all those places. Okay. So, but it's going to be a great show tomorrow night. I can't wait to get onto that topic.
I think it's a needed show because I think that everybody's nerves are on edge with the current climate that we're now living. With police murders and violence and brutality. We have a government who is not for us, and the more that we provide information to our people and to all people, actually, the better off we are, so that we can make sound decisions and which way we need to turn. So, great show for tomorrow night. I'm really hoping that everybody will come on back and sit in and watch the show. You'll find out some information that you probably don't know. That was not necessarily something you would hear in mainstream media, or if you weren't reading all of the information on the Breonna Taylor case. So we've got some information for you that I think that will definitely open your eyes to where we are when we talk about police brutality and the mistreatment and the injustices for Black and people of color. So I'm glad that you guys are doing tomorrow night. So that's all I've got.
And that's all I got. And again, all the way from Detroit, Michigan, I want to thank Miss Amika Adams the first for taking time out of her busy schedule of inventing items to spend some time with Urban Sentinel Live. So until next Monday night, 8:30, everyone have a blessed week, have a good week, and be safe. Wear your mask.
Absolutely. God bless everybody. Good night.
Good
Thanks,
night.
Ms.
Thank you.